So the two words that come into mind with bias for action is deadline, yesterday. Once you have a clear PR FAQ, you know what is the customer response you're looking for. Everything apart, customer is the center of our world. The topmost thing is the fear of failure. You have to continuously keep reinforcing to people and making them understand that failure is okay, it's part of the journey.
What do you think makes working in the field of tech exciting?
Technology has these spikes after which you take a step jump. The entire world takes a step jump.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Amazon Unplugged. Our guest today, Gitanjali Bhutani, our Director of Software Development at Amazon. Gitanjali holds a PhD in self-managing networks from BITS Pilani. She developed intelligent wireless networks using machine learning, and she's a master's in software systems with over 4 years with Alcatel-Lucent. Can you share your journey in science and technology and what sparked this interest in passion in this field?
I think all of it started with my passion for robotics. Finally went with the engineering approach and said, okay, I'll build a robot instead. After that, I worked in a company where we were building embedded systems, right? So for me, that was the first set of experiences where I figured how challenging technology can be. Even the smallest of things requires so much thought about how you build it, what the worst case scenario can be. After that, I moved to Amazon and it was a whole new world.
Given Amazon's commitment to customer-centric approach, how do you ensure that your software development journey is really aligned with the philosophy of working back from the customer?
And I think Amazon has this brilliant mechanism called PR FAQ, which makes us first think about what does the customer really want and how will a customer react to any such thing. Everything apart, customer is the center of our world.
Would you like to share, one or two challenges?
So the two words that come into mind with bias for action is deadline, yesterday, right? Think about it. In the world of tech, how do you enable bias for action? You can keep building all the hacks in the world, but after 6 months, those hacks will come together to prevent you from showing bias for action ever again, because things will start to fall apart. And that shaped again how I thought about building software. Building for scale is the first thing that you should get your engineers to do if you want to innovate big in places like Amazon.
How do you foster an environment of innovation and collaboration within your team?
All of us love to build new things. So why wouldn't we innovate? The topmost thing is the fear of failure. What happens if I fail? Because I'm not so sure at this point that I know how to do it. That's the one thing that I've learned in my leadership journey, that everybody needs a safety net. Everybody needs to be told, it's okay if you fail. I have your back. You have to continuously keep reinforcing to people and making them understand that failure is okay. It's part of the journey.
What do you think makes working in the field of tech exciting?
I believe technology has these spikes after which you take a step jump. The entire world takes a step jump. The cloud happened, and where we are today in terms of scaling, I don't think even AWS thought of this immense scale when they started off. Now the newest thing is Gen AI. 2 years ago, if somebody had told us that you could ask a machine any question in the world and it will have a nearly right answer, we would have laughed at it.
So mentorship is important in every aspect, and more so in tech. How do you approach mentoring the next generation that's coming up, and what specific initiatives are you involved with?
Our job is much more than just getting people to deliver results. It's also about being mentors for the younger generation as such. And I think one of the other effective ways for us to mentor this new generation as such is always to give them challenges, right? How will they learn how to navigate anything if you don't let them do it? All our internship programs, we focus so heavily on how do we make interns successful. Our success metrics are not just that we got interns on board. Our success metrics are how many of them actually converted to SDEs. The other one that we've recently started to have a lot of success with is Amazon Future Engineer, where we get even younger engineers, right? So that's been another huge success for us.
If you weren't in tech, what alternate career path would you choose?
I really have 3. I'd love to be a baker, right? Also a doctor, also a lawyer. So there really need to be 72 hours in a day.
But you are a doctor now.
Yeah, the one that can actually treat patients.
All right. What advice would you offer to someone stepping into a leadership role for the first time?
If you want your organization to have a certain culture, you have to be it first.
And finally, what's the best piece of advice you've received in your career?
If you want to be a leader, invest in your people.